I'm gonna throw this out there though. I got to do it. Whatever. I'll get some hate for it. I'm gonna do it though. In all honesty, what was the likelihood of anybody saying Hendon Hooker for Heisman before last season? In just complete true honesty.
Before last season?
Yeah, before this season.
Oh, before this season.
Yeah, but because the season's over now, so this is technically last season now.
Well, let's start here and think about how crazy it is. Before the season previous, I was this on show this week. I went to the spring game and watched Hendon Hooker play, and I went, this ain't it. This kid is not going to play a snap at the University of Tennessee. He's just not that guy. He's not a player. And I even kind of thought at that point there was no Milton. I don't think he got there till after.
No, he got there
game.
right at near. Actually, he almost got there near fall camp.
Yeah, so we hadn't even seen him. Then Milton is the starter, and I was like, yeah, I was right about that. Hooker's not going to be the guy. And then, yeah, he has a pretty good season last year. And then even after the Pitt game, where we were almost like, Hooker was solid, got the win, got the revenge win.
I understand there's always going to be that one or two diehard fan for every team that goes, I'm going to put $100 in Vegas on my quarterback to win the Heisman. I get it. 99% of people would not have said he is going to be in the Heisman running at the end of the year.
Not the end of the year.
All I'm trying to say is, in the offensive system that we run, getting Squirrel some experience. Like, dude, Austin texted us, Squirrel ended the season with almost 500 yards.
Mm-hmm.
That's more than a lot of teams, like number one or number two dude. He was our fifth. You know what I mean? You got Brew coming back, right? Getting guys stepping up. We got our running backs coming back. All I'm saying is, don't be surprised if mid-year he's in the conversation. And I'm talking about Milton because of the wow factor that he has in this system. You know what I'm saying? Like, legit. Yeah. He's gotten more comfortable. His quote unquote overthrows are not being overthrows. You're always going to have one or two, man. That's just football. But like, I mean, it's looking like he's settling down. And I honestly think him being around Hendon and them being such good friends, not for the football side, but for the mental side of just life, I think has helped him. I truly do.
I do too.
Tell that he's actually calmed down. You can see that he's actually happy. He's actually enjoying the game of football. Dude, that takes you a lot farther than people think. All I'm saying is he legit has a chance to be in the running. I'm not saying to win it. I'm not saying to be in New York, but at least have his name in the conversation. Because, promise you this, he's better than Anthony Richardson at Florida, and he's going to be a first-round draft pick, which is way beyond me. He's better than Will Levis. He'll be a first-round draft pick, which is way beyond me.
Please take Colts. Take him, please.
Exactly. But you know what I'm saying? Like, he's better than these other dudes. He is. Physically more gifted, throws a better ball than them. Now next year is going to be his chance to go prove it. Don't be surprised if his name's not mentioned midway through the year to be like, hey, he might be a dark horse.
Here's the honest truth about what's about to happen. Tennessee, almost no matter what happens, is probably going to be a preseason top 10 team.
Yes.
A lot of Tennessee fans.
It's stupid if they don't.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of Tennessee fans aren't get squirrely about that. I am one of them. I think Tennessee football historically has just operated better as an underdog. But at some point, you got to become the dog. And now is the time with Heupel as the coach, I think. But that's what's about to happen. You are going to get that kind of hype with Joe Milton after this performance. 17-point win over Clemson, yada, yada, yada. Like, it's going to be that. That's what is about to happen during this offseason, unless there is some craziness like they go and get like a big name quarterback out of the transfer portal or something like that. Who knows?
What big names are really left, though?
That's true. Hartman would have been it.
Like ones that you would go, hey, this dude would come in and he might be the guy.
Hartman would have been it. I think he's the only one out of the transfer portal that I would have been like, I think he has a very solid shot of replacing Milton just with the way that he plays. but that he's going to Notre Dame, so that's over.
But boy, and
shout out to Notre Dame for beating South Carolina, by the way.
Exactly, but I don't know how. Hey, I am a Wake fan. I do like Hartman, but I'm sitting there going like, if you watch the system they run, he doesn't fit. He sure as hell doesn't fit Notre Dame because he is the slow. Well, dude, Mert's going to Florida. You don't fit that system, dude. Right? And that was arguably the most confusing to me. But I mean, because here's what I guess what I'm getting at is if he, let's just say he stays at, if he averages 275 a game, dude, that's 3,300 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Right? If he goes for 33 to 3,500 with a touchdown to interception ratio of 4-1, right? Let's say he goes 28-7. Well, that's better than 3 of the dudes in New York this year, right? Or maybe not 3, but at least 2 of them. But you know what I'm saying? Like all I'm getting at is there's a legit chance, because now we're going to start getting the hype because of where we're at as a program right now, right? We're going to end up we'll be in the top 5 preseason.
Yeah.
Is what it is. TCU probably won't be there because they're losing a lot, especially their quarterback, blah, blah, blah. I don't think they'll be a top 5. I think they'll be top 10, but I don't think they'll be top 5, even if they win the whole thing. So it's instantly at 6, instantly jumps us to 5. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think we'll be in the top 5. You get that, and you have the performance you did in the Orange Bowl, 68 or 69, whichever percent, 251, 3 touchdowns, a very effective game. If he goes out game 1 and 2 against, I don't know when we play Florida, if it's 2 or 3 or whatever, but in the first couple non-conference games, and you throw for 330, 340, that gives you a little leeway for when you play the other teams, that if you only throw for 240, averages out about 270. If we do that and we're going to Alabama undefeated, he is in the Heisman talk. 100%.
That's for sure. Yes. And this,
all I'm saying is don't be surprised.
Well, and this happens. This season gives you the legitimacy of being one of those teams that gets the benefit of the doubt. Like, Tennessee was pissed all season about like Alabama, which, first off, Alabama loses tomorrow. Tennessee will finish way ahead of them. First of all, Tennessee will may, no matter what happens, finish in the top 4. But we just said that all near the end of the season. Alabama's always getting the benefit of the doubt. Well, when you start in the preseason top 10, you're one of those teams. You're going to be one of the get the benefit of the doubt teams. And it's just, man, what a time to be alive. It's an interesting time to be a Tennessee fan, man. This is where
it's going to get better for us too. I would like everybody's opinion. Preseason SEC West, who's the favorite?
Well, I mean, it's got to be Alabama.
LSU. Why? Why not? They got everybody coming back. Bama's losing your quarterback.
That's true. Who is even going to be their quarterback?
See what I'm getting at? So Bama might not even be the favorite in the West. Now, they may still win it, obviously. But I don't see them being the favorite just because LSU playing the way they played. Now, obviously, they still got to win their bowl game and all that. But, if you look at the team coming back, I think LSU gets the nod as the preseason favorite, right? We're still going to we'll be favored second because of Georgia.
Yeah.
But at that point, Georgia's still going to be losing a lot. Anything can happen at that point. But I don't think Bama – somebody put A&M, sorry.
They got the talent. They got the talent.
They got like 25 guys in the portal now.
Yeah, they're going to be decimated.
But I could honestly see it going preseason. LSU, Ole Miss, Alabama.
And I think you even have, I agree, but Tennessee, you can have, per se, Tennessee adds like a Marshawn Lloyd out of the portal. We have some skill players. It's looking good for this kid out of Oregon. Dante Thornton is a pretty solid wide receiver. Maybe some more solid pieces. Got a really good linebacker from BYU coming in. Yeah. He was the second leading tackler for BYU last season. It's going to be your linebacker next season. Like, Tennessee could be bolstered and have one of the best quarterbacks in the SEC. And I mean, this.
No, that's what I'm getting. I'm like, don't. And I've been saying this all year. Like, people got to get off Milton, and he's been under. Think of the pressure this kid was under on him from himself. He leaves Michigan pretty much in time for fall camp, wins the job in 2 weeks of practice, and at that point, dude, like 4 plays at that point. You know what I'm saying? Like, if the game's on the line and coach says, "Hey, what play you want?" Dude, I've been here for 2 weeks. I don't know. I'll play 1. You know what I mean? Like, it's a different mentality. So I know he put just an unreal amount of pressure on himself, which was, I got to be perfect. I got to be perfect. I got to be perfect. Him not playing these past 2 years has probably, weirdly enough, has probably helped his draft stock because he's learned how to be himself. He's learned that he is human. He's learned it's okay to be happy. It's okay to make a mistake if we learn why we made it. And I think that's what Hendon and their friendship has taught him. I cannot be perfect every second of every day. We are human, which means if I can't do that in my life, I can't do that on the football field. But how you become even better is understand who you are and play within yourself. And he's shown that the Vandy game, downpour. And we put up 56 because it didn't have to be on him. It didn't have to be. In this system, that's the beauty of it. We don't have to throw it 75 times to win. We're a 50-50 team. We put up a piss load of points because we're explosive. But we're 50-50 run to pass, so it doesn't have to be on him. And I think he's learned that is what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
If he is 75% as productive over the whole course of the year, next year that he did tonight, he'll be a top 3-round draft pick.
I hope.
I'm dead serious when I say that.
I mean, I really think that if everything goes correctly, things could be set up for another special season.
100%.
And it's just so exciting. And what a great feeling to end the season in this way and wrap it up, get that 11th win. A lot of people are really hoping for that. It's a pretty special number. 11 wins in a season is extremely tough to get. And so, man, what a hell of a year.